to be talking about how I built a $10,000 a month business. Actually, it was $11,500 a month, and the month before that was 10,000. But how did I do that in less than 9 months? Right. So that's pretty good, especially for somebody who works a full time job like me. That's pretty good, people would say, and it definitely didn't happen by accident, right? So there's a plan that you could follow to do this, and you could literally do it in any business. And I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna walk you through how I did it. This is gonna be a live video because I do these lives so that I can post them on my channel and you can rewatch them, right? So this channel is for people who want to improve their lives. They're ambitious. Maybe they have business, relationship, or fitness goals, right? That's all I talk about pretty much. So if you don't know who I am, my name's George Mendoza. I own this company called Junk Stars Hauling and Junk Removal. It's a junk removal and hauling company. It's probably going to be a demolition and dumpster rental company in the future. But the month of, what is it, April, we did $11,500 in gross revenue. And before that, we did $10,800. And before that, we did like 7.5, right? So, and before that, we did like 2,000 or 5,000, or it was low. And then I discovered what I needed to do to hit the $10,000 a month mark. And that's because I had a call with a mentor who was doing, $20,000 months. I think their highest month was like 50 or 70,000. And there's probably something I'm not doing right if somebody's doing that. And that's another junk removal company owner. It's not just like some random company, right? It's very related. So that call was very I learned a lot from it. So I'm going to walk you through how to get to the $10,000 a month mark. So the first thing I did was actually start the business. So I had an interesting start to the business, right? So in my personal life, I was in debt, and it was probably just like $3,000 to $4,000, like on my credit cards. I'm not even talking about my car or anything. It's just I was $3,000 to $4,000 in debt because I was putting rent on a credit card. And what did I do when I was $3,000 or $4,000 in debt on a credit card? I wanted to start this business. I was working on a job. I finally paid off my credit cards. I was at zero, right? And what I do? Any guesses? So right when I got to zero, I paid off all my debt. I bought a $5,000 business course. So I was probably like negative $6,000 now, right? And that was the start of Junk Stars. So I made an LLC, a limited liability company for Junk Stars Hauling and Junk Removal, and that's how it all started, right? But that we didn't start at $10,000 a month or $12,000 a month. So how did we get there? Hold on. What's up, chat? Okay. So here's how I started the business. So after I bought an LLC, that was all. It was like 200, $300 after the $6,000 business course. But you don't need a business course because this is going to be your course, right? So after you do your business, you don't have to have an LLC, but having something to commit you like that is really awesome. I think what really got me going was that I went like $6,200 in debt for the business. So I was like, I have to make this work. Like I work a full-time job, but I need to be working on this thing all the extra time that I have, right? So the first thing I did was I started posting because I'm a pretty good marketer, right? So I started posting, and here are the platforms you want to post on if you're going to be a service-based business owner like me. So there's Nextdoor, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, LinkedIn, and Google when you get your Google Business Profile set up. And then there's YouTube Shorts and TikTok Shorts, or I guess it's just TikTok. And I think that is all of them. So you want to post, most importantly, you just want to post on Nextdoor and Facebook. That's where a majority of my beginner revenue came from. So on Nextdoor, you could just post on your business account, and then you could repost it on your personal account, right? So that's Nextdoor. Then on Facebook, you're going to want to post on your business account, repost on your personal account, and then every 3 days you're going to want to share or every day, build a rhythm for you. But this is what I do. So every 3 days, I share my most popular Facebook post, or the one that I think looks the most professional and represents me well. I share it to 70 different Facebook Marketplace groups in my local area that could be interested in my service. And then here's another thing you want to do on Facebook is you want to make a shit ton of Facebook Marketplace posts. For me, they just say junk removal, and it's like $300 or something not too low, because then people might think that you'll do it for free and then they'll waste your time. So on Nextdoor, there are those two things, and on Facebook, there are the four things, right? Post on your personal, repost, Facebook Marketplace, and Facebook groups. And then honestly, that's it. For starting out, just post on Nextdoor and Facebook. And then that is how you get your first clients. That could get you to sometimes $10,000 a month, depending on your market. But that got me to $5 to $7,600 a month. Some guy asked, should I join the Navy? I was actually thinking of joining the Navy when I got out of high school, but I didn't because um, I think I have more in me than that. I think they really like limit your ability, right? That's up to you and your goals, though. Maybe you have a bunch of family and they support that, and think about what you want. That's my answer to your question. Some guy says you are the guy that probably goes ghost hunting on the weekends for fun. No, I don't really have fun. I actually just make a shit ton of money. Nah, kidding. All right. So after you hit that $5 to $7,600 a month mark, or at least that's what it was for me, and you post on Facebook, Nextdoor, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, actually, not YouTube, and Google, right? You want to get a website going. You want to be on Google My Business. You want to be getting some reviews, right, for your business. And you really want to do this from the start. So you want to be getting reviews, building credibility. Because what gets you to the $10,000 a month mark is having credibility and being the go-to company in your area, right? But here's the thing that really got me to $10,000 a month and $12,000 a month. It was actually paid ads. So if you're a service-based business owner, you're gonna want to run Google ads and maybe Meta ads, depending on what industry you're in. If you're thinking of having a business, drop down below what industry you're in, and I'll let you know which one you should do. But it really depends on your market. That's going to be the answer. So I have a junk removal company, and that's a service that people will search for a lot on Google, right? So I did a couple Google campaigns. I think I was doing like $50 or $70 a day on ad spend, and that's what got me to $10,000 a month, and then 12.8, or I mean $11,800 a month. And I was also doing about $1,500 on Meta ads, $1,500 to $1,000 on Meta ads. So total ad spend was like 3,300, and revenue was like 11.8 thousand. Yeah, 11.8 thousand. So it was about a 3 to 4x on ad spend, which is not bad at all. Or actually, that's about a 3x on ad spend. So you want to find that thing that works for you, right? You want to track your numbers from the beginning. So you want to know your closing rate. You want to know how many leads you get when you spend on ads, and you want to really just know, if I put $100 in on ads, will I get $200 out? Will I get 300, or will I get 50? All right. You want to know your return on ad spend, and that's really where you start paying to play, right? And that's how you grow your business, right? You can network in person and do all this crazy stuff, and that's awesome for a lot of businesses, actually, especially high ticket businesses like tree removal and landscaping. But for a low ticket item like junk removal, you're gonna have to get into the paid ads game, right? The only high tickets you're gonna get are like construction companies and realtors, and it's really just a handful, like warehouses and stuff, commercial stuff. And you get those through networking, and rarely on paid ads. I've gotten a couple on Google ads. But yeah. Okay, let's read some of these comments. How how can social media platform benefit a just localized business if social media targets a large international audience? So there are hashtags you can use. So you could use hashtag, the area you live in. You could do, for example, San Jose is a area that's nearby me. So you could do hashtag San Jose, California, or whatever area you're in. But another thing you could do is a meta ads, right? Facebook and Instagram ads. So for example, I have an ad. I only spend like $20 a day on it, and it only targets people in my area. And from that, I've literally gotten over 200 followers in the last 30 days, right? That's insane. So I'm gonna keep that ad going, and it's gonna get me to thousands of followers. And those people follow my page, and then when I post, all of those people see the post, right? So that's how social media platform can benefit you. You can also tag people, do giveaways, and of course, Nextdoor is literally a social media platform built for the local community, right? It doesn't go out to the whole world. It's literally your neighborhood. So Nextdoor is great, and that's why it's great. And then Facebook, you have Facebook groups that you could join for your local area. That's why Facebook and Nextdoor are easily the best ones, right? Because you could literally set zip codes for all your posts and all your Facebook Marketplace posts and join specific Facebook groups. Right. Any other questions about how to grow a business to $10,000 to $12,000 a month? And I work a full time job, and I was able to do this. So if you're not able to do this, I really don't know what you're doing, right? Or if you don't have a job and you're not able to do this, I mean, I literally started $6,200 in debt, and now I'm at 12K a month. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna post this, so feel free to rewatch it and to leave comments because I'll read them. Comment down if you have any specific questions, and I can make a separate video about it. Maybe that's what the next one could be, or if you have other topics you want me to talk about, always feel free to comment down below, and I will make a video on it. So as for this video, that's gonna be the end. I'll see you guys in the next one.